If you've been doing calculus for a while, or even for a day or two, you're probably quite comfortable and familiar with the quick way of working out the derivative, timesing the power by the front and dropping it by 1, timesing the power by the front coefficient and dropping it by 1, timesing the power by the front and dropping it by 1, and the constant term just falls away. So that's probably becoming quite second nature to you. You would consider that, if that was all the question was, quite an easy question. But it can be a bit confusing trying to go back upwards from a quadratic back to cubic. And it's something that we don't really do too often. And so the really simple way to get back up there is just raise the power by 1 and then divide the coefficient by the new power. Okay, so let's see how that works in this question, which we already know the answer. It's in black above. So we're going to raise the power by 1 and divide the coefficient that we have by the new power. We're going to raise the power by 1 and we're going to divide the coefficient by the new power. We're going to raise the power, and there's no power of x, so if it raises it by 1, it will go just up to x, or x to 1, and we'll divide the coefficient by the new power, and that will leave us with, and this is going back up to the original, if I simplify that, this will leave us with 3 and 3 will cancel out, so it's just x cubed. 6 divided by 2 is 3, 5 over 1 is 5, and you could be tempted, if the video suddenly cut out, to stop there, but you always need a placeholder. They'll often use the letter D. You need a placeholder letter because you don't actually know what the exact constant term would be, what the y-intercept would be, if you only had a quadratic equation and you were trying to go back up a level to get to the cubic. And so if that was the case and you found yourself in an exam and they gave you the quadratic and said work out the original equation, now you have the sneaky quick way of doing it, but please remember to always put the plus d at the end, and then like any graph, what do you do when you're missing a letter? You sub in a point. So somewhere on the graph you'd have to sub in a point to get that d value. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with any of your friends.